go.
There you go.
Hey Twitch, welcome back to the next part of our show tonight, and we're all around the city. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we grouping back together, Travis, for a big meal or
No,
something?
so I think Durian, you were just leaving the magic shop. And maybe you start for a second as you're like looking up after counting your gold or whatever, putting your purse back away. And at first you think you see what looks like a faunolin. But you realize, oh shit, it's just another wood elf woman, and like, oh yeah, he's still a dude. Um, so maybe you continue on with the rest of your business as this woman walks into a bar. Um, Buck, can you roll me a d20 plus 3?
Maybe.
Maybe.
13.
Yeah. So you're sitting there enjoying your drink at your like fourth bar or so. And you see a woman walk in with very bushy red hair, curling down and cascading down her shoulders, elven ears poking out, and um, familiar looking profile as she slides up to the bar and starts talking to the barman.
Familiar as in it's Thea?
You just saw her walk in.
Ah, okay.
You got the side profile.
Okay. Um I would quickly kind of down my drink and go up to the bar to get another one to try and kind of like stand next to her while I'm ordering
Okay.
one. Um
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I always forget if this is plus 11 or plus 12. Plus 11.
Yeah, you're perceptive.
Ooh. I almost did 111. 20.
Okay. Yeah, you catch the very tail end of a few words and just hear her say, "Make sure it's ready in time." And then I think like the barman like grabs a mug and you see, though he tries to hide it, just kind of like him sort of twitching his head, indicating the direction you're approaching on. And she kind of falls silent as he passes her a drink. So yeah, you slide up to her.
I pretend that I didn't see what just happened, and I just kind of, take a seat at the bar next to her and kind of like give an exasperated sigh and just kind of like say out loud, but not like looking at her, like it's been a long day, exhausted. I see if
Yeah.
she like says anything.
I think you just like see the edge of her elbow as she goes up and takes a drink of whatever she's got. And I think the barman kind of nods and says, "Yeah, it's a hot one out there. It's you wouldn't expect this in fuck, was
In
it
any
spring
other
or fall?"
town.
I mean, it's
Um,
global warming, so.
No, it's
Yeah.
summer. Yeah, you wouldn't expect this in this early a summer. It's gonna be a sunny one. Can I get you another? What were you having?
Your one of your finer ales would be nice, please. And I
Well-
kind of look over at her and I ask her what she's drinking to try and get a better look at her face.
Yeah. So are you trying like, cause you were all hooded up and bundled away. Are you still trying to like keep your face hidden or?
I'd probably knock down my hood, just kind of like put my head back to let it fall down.
Okay. Yeah. You Fabio it off of
Yeah.
the back of your head.
Beautiful hair tossing around.
You whip her in the face. No. Yeah. You put your hood down and turn to her and ask her what she's drinking. And you see it is in fact Thea.
Yeah.
She you the last time you had seen her had been one city back. So I think that was Frieden's Bluff.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is that where you tailed them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of tailed her a little bit to see if I could find her, but she lost me in a crowd.
Yeah, I think she like reacts in a little bit of surprise seeing what you are, if not exactly who. and sort of sets her drink down and says, "Elven wine, though some prefer ale."
This is true. I kind of like cock an eyebrow at her, like kind of realizing who she is, and I was right in a sense that it's a possibility that she'd end up here. And I say, "What brings you here? You and I look like we share some sort of background. I know why I'm here, but what brings an elf like you here?"
I think she shrugs and just says, "Oh, doing some work, traveling around. What about you?"
Well, got bored at home and decided to leave town many, many moons ago now. And my travels have brought me here.
Yeah. I think she just kind of nods and then looks at you, kind of looks at you sort of intensely, like she's expecting something.
I don't remember what the salute dealie was that I came up with before. It was like something like
Yeah, it was like
it was like Hunger
hand-
Games
a handout.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so do you want to give her the military salute?
Yeah, I try and like make it part of what I'm saying, where I kind of put my hand to my chest for a moment and
Mhm.
I say it's nice to see someone like you here, and kind of put it into what I'm saying, so it looks like
Yeah.
a gesture.
Yeah. And she nods and says, "Oh, why thank you. I'm sorry I was never one for the military myself."
I kind of
Which,
nod.
is a complete lie.
Ye-
You worked with her in the military.
Yeah, yeah. I know her from before, but she obviously doesn't recognize me. I would say, that's unfortunate. You looked like the type. I've. Hold on. Do I think it's a good idea to mention Firefoot? Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's watching you very closely and listening to you very intently. Do you want to roll me an intelligence check? I think would be the most applicable one.
plus no, so straight up D20. Oh boy. 5.
5. Okay.
So yeah, I would say that I've been keeping my horse Firefoot up in the local tavern, the Rabid Dog. It's a nice little inn. Yeah, I've been traveling across the land, searching far and wide for
These beholders to understand the power that's
For,
inside.
for
Yeah.
various things to keep myself busy. Sorry, I had to shoehorn that in because it worked so well.
Yeah, I think she just nods and says, "Oh, interesting. Sure you have quite a few stories to tell."
Always do. So she doesn't seem to. Do I notice her react at all when I mention Firefoot?
Yeah, you can give me some kind of, what's the insight? Sense motive, I think, is good.
+2. Yes.
Nice.
Do it.
16.
I got a really
Yeah.
high sen-
Hey.
She doesn't seem to show a lot of recognition for the name.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
man, oh, that was pretty
that's
good.
fine. I ask her, are you here by yourself, or are you with a party as well?
Oh, you're with a party. I didn't know you were traveling with a band.
Well, sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to get through some of the nastier places. Going solo isn't always the safest way to do things.
Yeah,
Besides,
well,
they need me. I'm quite well known for my tracking.
yeah. She nods and says, "Well, it is one of the trappings of our people, no?"
This is true. She seems like she doesn't want to give away too much information, so I won't pry, but I will stay seated next to her and not leave. I will have my
Sure.
drinks at the bar until
Okay.
she goes. I'll wait and see if she, like, I don't know, alcohol loosens her up and she talks more or something, perhaps.
Yeah, I think she like
Buy her some
finishes her
turnip
wine
liquor.
and says, "Well, it was nice to meet you,
Buck.
Buck. It was nice to meet you, Buck. Maybe we'll see each other around." And she like turns to leave.
Okay, I let her leave, but I try and take note of which direction she goes out the door.
Sure.
Does she turn to the left or right?
Yep. She takes a turn to the left as she exits.
Okay.
Can I get you another one, buddy?
I would ask for like a shot of something if they do that.
Oh, sure.
No shots here.
He like pours you out some whiskey and says, "So, no luck, huh?"
I kind of like look out the door and I kind of shake my head and I say, "No, must not be my day."
Well, cheer up. I'm sure a handsome guy like you gets all the ladies. He like pours you a shot and slides
Aw,
it over.
thank you on the inside, but on the outside, I'm like, yeah.
I like the idea of like Buck going, "Oh, gee, thanks,
Aw.
you sweetie."
So nice.
You're such a charmer. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you see her turn out the door. And I think we get back to Caben. What are you and Philvarel doing? I think she's like
I didn't have any other plans after mailing,
but-
so
Yeah, so in that case I think she's just kind of leading you by the hand and looking around the city.
what time is it?
It's probably getting close to lunchtime.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's leading you around the city and says, "Well, it's a very interesting architecture here. I have to admit, even the human kingdom here is different than, well, where I was living. The humans are all so distinct, aren't they? Not really a well-defined style for a race."
No, they seem to take more pride in their nationalities than their people.
And so, what was Elreth like? No, you said you grew up in an alchemist shop. Did you do much hunting? Horseback riding?
Yeah, my parents worked the shop. I was more of the outside, bring supplies in when they needed it. I wasn't really a merchant or a salesman or anything like that. Not a businessman. I like the outdoors more.
Oh, well, of course. I don't mean to pry, but and can you give me a perception check?
Ugh. Always perception checks.
You should be really good at these.
I am really good. They just never roll very good.
I like the idea that you've actually rolled about average over time.
I know,
but,
and I
but
have
the
such
perception.
good. I have a plus 13.
There you go.
There you go.
Average.
Yeah. So I think you hear like you're on one of the main roads, but the crowd isn't too thick, and I think you hear the like make way, and you hear the increasing sound of hooves as you look back and see a couple of riders coming down the street at high speed. You have plenty of time to like pull Philvarel back.
Yeah,
And,
we make
get out the
We
way.
make way, I guess.
yeah, and I think you see a trio of riders coming through. One has like the very obvious flag and standard of Ariadnish, so they're like orange flag with the sunburst of Palor on it. And one of the riders behind him, you catch the crest of Cien as he rides past. So the white stag on the purple and gold background that marks the Elven nation.
Yeah. Okay. Are they heading towards the tower?
Yeah, you do see them on their way there.
Okay. Just nondescript riders, like seems like people delivering messages or something. There's not like it's not like a royal entourage or anything.
I mean, it's like it's 3 people, so
Okay.
like, 2 escorts for probably this rider from CN.
Yeah. Okay. I take
Cool.
note.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think Philvrel looks at you and says, "Wow, they're in a hurry. Hmm. Well, would you like to go grab some lunch? I must admit I'm famished."
Sure.
Sure, baby.
Excellent.
Whatever.
Sure, girl. Sure, girl.
For some reason, I'm craving pickles.
Yeah, you are.
Pickles and ice cream.
There you go.
What is this ice cream you speak of?
Yeah. So Nina, I think you're at the tower, right? So Shoshana's helped direct you to like some of the priests that are in the library keeping group, and persons come up to you, and you see he's an elderly man in kind of just the plain brown robes, but also a colored stole that marks him as one of the like keepers of knowledge here in the big tower. And he asks, "Well, I don't understand your inquiry, miss. What exactly do you want to know about phoenixes or birds of fire?"
Just anything in regards to, say, religion or mythology.
Well, I mean, for that we have a wealth of knowledge. The phoenix is considered sacred in many religions. The religion of Palor, for example, sees them as a great symbol of hope and good in the world. They're generally benevolent creatures, though they will fight fiercely if attacked. Other religions can see them as such. The religion of Grumsh thinks that phoenixes should be hunted down and killed, their ashes used to make war paint for the strongest of war chiefs, the chicks slaughtered and prevented from their
Oh.
deific resurrection.
I'm sorry. The what? As Nina looks a little confused.
I didn't understand your question, Josh. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. The what? Like, she looks confused as she has no idea what you just said. Like, in regards to who they are. As in,
The what of what? I didn't
Like-
hear that.
she has no idea of the group that he just spoke of. That's why she's like, wait, what of what?
Grumsh, the god of, well, he's the god of the orcs. Foul creatures, if you ask me. Though some of them have been known to do good. Yes, I
No, they haven't.
yes. Can you tell me more specifically what you're looking for? I can give you several books related to the subject, though phoenixes are very rare. Their origins are surrounded in myth and legend.
Well, preferably more of the human mythology, or even maybe arcane mythology.
Arcane mythology on phoenixes. I can try and locate something, of course. Please come with me. Do you need someone to help read to you?
She can
I
read
give
fine
him-
by herself. Thank you very much.
I was gonna say, I give him an accurate description of about, what am I now, 7 out of 10 for reading common?
That might be a bit generous, but yeah, like, he nods and says, "I will have one of the priests come and help you with your research."
I like
Yeah,
to think
so-
that I'm a fast learner after a while, Travis.
The what?
So I like to think I'm a fast learner after a while.
Well, we have the date that you would be learning to read, and it's several months away. Like the final date where you have mastered it. So
God
yeah, I mean
damn.
you're making progress. But it's more the like grammatical construction of certain words and sentences is still, you know, it's still a little ways off. But yeah, you can you can certainly go through there and do some research. So why don't you roll me a 1d20 plus your intelligence, and let's give you a plus. I'm gonna say +2 boost from this guy helping you.
Nice.
The mod or the actual intelligence?
The mod. It's always mod in D20. And you were looking up for Arcane, right? So do you have a bonus from Arcana? Like, do you have any skill points invested? 20's good.
I mean, I have a skill mod of +1 just because of my int.
Okay. Yep. So that would be your
21.
So 21. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So you start doing some research. And I think while you're like going about the library, you see the library is kind of a whole floor to the tower. And as you're sitting there going through some books, you hear like the jangling of armor of people running up the stairs quickly, and you see a knight just kind of like passes the door to the library as you're sitting there, but you can see like the cloak that he's wearing is colored with the CN sigil on the back.
Hey, you didn't say it was a knight running.
A man in armor.
Okay.
I just look at him and I'm like, oh god, I hope that's not related.
I'm sorry, miss. What did you say? Like there's an elderly scribe, his hands shaking a little bit, helping you read through this.
Oh, nothing, I was just thinking out loud.
Oh, you likely aren't related to phoenixes. I don't believe that type of crossbreeding has been discovered yet. I would be very interested in studying the results.
I just went out a very playful laugh. I'm like, yeah, no. Never mind. Actually, now that I think about it,
Quiet, yeah, we're in the library.
Sorry.
And I think we wipe away from that. And Durian, what are you doing
So
at this point?
it was actually it was unrelated to the fact that a rider came to the capital, but I was actually on my way. Was going to head to the temple or to the tower.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so I think you're like just arriving outside. You see a couple of like standard bearers that are tying up horses, or like what do they call, like stable boys, just tying up horses to the outside. But you don't see any like riders on them. They must have already entered. Otherwise, it's just
no
kind
banners.
of
There's no banner of CN around.
I think like they, unless you're holding the pole, it doesn't just stay up on the horse. So
Right, you don't leave it staked to the ground. You furl it and put it away, basically.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fine. So yeah, but I don't notice anything there. But I'm heading into the temple.
Sure. Yeah. And what are you looking to accomplish today?
I'm looking to learn more about whether whether Zane holds court at some point,
Okay.
or addresses the people like the Pope.
Sure. Yeah. So I guess do you just like walk to the front desk and ask? Not
Yeah.
a bad strategy. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you like start talking to one of the attendants there, and the front desk is this big curved oak thing where there are all kinds of people like helping direct the commoners going through the temple, or relaying messages via young people running up and down the stairs relaying the words. So I think
I go up and I say there's a clerk, I guess, there, and I say
she looks at you and smiles. How can I help you this radiant morning?
yes, I am interested in hearing the next address of the Archimandrite, perhaps even arranging a more private session, perhaps with the local nobility. Where does Zane hold forth?
Um, I'm sorry, sir. The Archimandrite is rather busy at the moment. He won't be making any public appearances in the next couple of days, but I could certainly direct you to one of his advisors. Did you have a certain business matter that you had to attend to?
Oh, it was a matter of well, it was a matter of some secrecy, if you must know.
Ah, well, I'm afraid that some of his higher cabinet would have to hear about this before anything goes directly to him. You must understand, he's the leader of the entire religion.
It's a lot of weight for someone so young in this world, is it not?
It is, it's difficult, but he trusts in his advisors to
And-
help sort through the more important matters.
And forgive me, but I do not know of who is his chief chancellor is or advisor.
Yes, fuck, I had that name somewhere.
I thought you
His
would.
name is.
Every
his name
8-year-old's
is-
got some asshole behind him who's directing
Yeah.
matters. So who is it, Travis?
I had it written down. Well, if I name him Jafar, that's going to imply certain things.
He wants to get married to the princess.
Yeah, oh, of course I don't have
Yeah,
my-
But
Why?
you know, if you name her the same person
But Jafar,
from
you're
Emperor's
so
New Groove,
old.
it implies the same thing.
His name's Aladdin, right?
His name's
No,
Aladdin.
no.
Yeah, so I think his name is, so his main advisor is the, Great Shima? Because that's, like, the next rank down, basically. So someone that, hasn't been, like, directly chosen by the gods can achieve a rank that high. And I think his name is Roderick.
Nice.
Roderick, good name. The Great Shima, shitty title. That guy must be pissed. This is Roderick.
It's not a bad title.
Are you saying this to her?
No. This is
Okay.
out loud to myself. Yeah, I say, does the Great Shima, does he, this Roderick, does he hold council sessions of some sort? Something that I might bring forth a matter that may or may not reach the Archimandrite, of course.
Well, it depends what the matter is. He is a busy man as well, but if you go through one of the Stavrophores for whatever related...
I've
Stories
spoken
spoken
with Stavrophore Miriam on something important, and I would like to follow up on it today.
Yes, of course. Should I send a messenger to her?
You may send a messenger to her, but know that I seek to learn more about what is happening.
Excellent. And who should I tell her is calling?
Sir Durian.
Sir Durian. Excellent. Yes, I'll send her on her right away. Yeah, so she, like, scribbles down a quick message, hands it to, a young girl, and she just, like, takes off up the stairs.
Yeah, I nod, and I smile very, like, charmingly, and I stand right in front of her desk waiting.
Okay. Yeah, I think she, like, looks to the side a little and says, well, sir, I can call you...
You said it would only be a moment, right?
Well, there are rather a lot of stairs in the Great Tower.
She looked rather fast, the runner you had.
Yes, of course, sir. In the meantime, is there anything else I can help you with? You see, she's getting kind of like flustered.
I say, why don't you know? I don't know much about the city. Can you tell me about it?
Well, the city of the history of the city is and she like goes into the brochure pitch of Ariadne, which you've heard a lot of before. the tower is super old, existed through the Dragon Wars and the Dark Times and so on and so forth. And while you're waiting for your runner to get back, Buck, it's been some time. How long would you want to wait after your friend leaves?
I basically got the shot, and I was going to leave shortly thereafter and kind of just so happen to head off in the same direction.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, how quickly after?
I'd give her about a minute or two. See if I can find her once I leave. If I can't, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so, you turn out the doorway after a minute, and give me a perception check.
29.
29. Nice. Yeah, you see, like, just the last curl of her red hair as she turns around a corner. Looks like an alleyway or something about a block up. Kind of tough to tell, like.
Do I know where the alleyway, like, the output is? Like, the other side of it?
No, I mean, you're not super familiar with the city, right?
Okay. I would, I would walk past it and see if it looks like it's a straight shot, and if it is, I'd try and, like, walk a little faster and meet it at the other side.
Okay. Yeah. So you look through the alleyway and you do see it opens out into light, like to the next thoroughfare or whatever. So you wanted to like head out that way?
Yes, I would not go down the alley, but go around to try and meet to the other side, quickening my pace.
Yeah. So you like go down the next alleyway or something?
Yeah, essentially. Or
Okay, cool.
thoroughfare, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you turn down between the next set of houses and just sprint along, and you get out to the next thoroughfare, and you don't see her anywhere.
Do I see the side that it looks like was the other side of where she went down?
Yeah, you like jog up a few
Okay.
buildings down, and you see the alleyway that she looked like she went into.
So I'm gonna take note of the alleyway it was that she went down into, so that I can come back perhaps later or tomorrow and look and
Sure.
see what's down it, because I don't want her to think I'm following her,
Okay.
even though she might already know. Who knows? But
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you like make a mental note of that.
Yeah.
And sort of you look, okay, you're by XYZ Smithy, and there's a bar across the street. It's not another rabid dog. It's a competing franchise. and yeah, you kind of mentally mark the location, get a few landmarks.
Okay.
Cool. So do you just want to head back to the tavern?
Yeah, I'd probably head back.
Okay.
I don't want her to like try and kill me in my sleep or something crazy.
Yeah. I mean that
Be
would
less
never
than
happen
ideal.
in this
Yeah,
campaign.
shut up.
Uh-huh.
It already sort of happened where that one elf tried to. I think that was Amaranth though, with the thunder stick or whatever. I don't know. Someone like came in.
It would never happen more than 3 or 4 times in this campaign. It's fine. Yeah, so okay, you start heading back. Cool. Yeah, I think you like meet Caben and Philvarel filling up on some lunch there. And I think we'll go back to Nina. So you have found some more information on phoenixes, right? You had been researching kind of their magical nature, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, there's the obvious like there's the obvious theme of death and rebirth and renewal with the phoenix. And it's said that that the ashes that a phoenix immolates itself in and is rebirthed in are like incredibly health beneficial. They're nutritious. It's essentially what the baby chick then consumes to gain strength and grow quickly and kind of start its path back toward adulthood and its never-ending cycle. The phoenix itself is, like I said, a sign of rebirth and vitality. There's some rumor that the down of a phoenix can revive a character from certain ailments, mostly petrification. That's totally a Final Fantasy reference.
I could have got that.
There you go. But yeah, like phoenixes are innately magical creatures and have a lot of abilities around life and vitality and fire, obviously. Was there something more specific you were looking for?
I'd probably try to dwell into like once again just like what's the word I'm looking for? Like religion, significances and stuff, like say try and figure out a motive why someone would come after me related to say a phoenix.
Okay. I think that kind of a question would be beyond the scope of what you could find in the library. Right? Because that's
Okay,
like a personal question. Why would someone come after me is not something you'll find in a book of phoenixes.
So, do I find? I guess it's a long shot, but do I find anything in regards to say phoenixes and say rumors of time and stuff like time and space type thing?
Okay.
Because I do remember the one awkward thing he did say. So, child of time as it was. So I guess
Okay,
one,
yeah.
if I can,
Yeah,
if I can
you're
look at stuff like that as well.
sure. Yeah, you're talking about your fight with Demarius, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much the entire reason why.
Sure. Yeah. So you're trying to like research if is that related to this tattoo I got on my back? That's like
Mhm.
vaguely magical.
And also, while I'm at it, I might actually try and see if I can find his name anywhere.
Demarius?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a long
Okay.
shot, but you never know.
Yeah. Sure. So why don't you roll me just another of the same check you did. So it'd be a d20 plus 4, I guess.
Not so great
Okay.
this time.
Yeah, so there's nothing like there's no like specific religion based around phoenixes themselves. There have been a few recordings of sightings, but nothing has been like written down in any of the books that the scribe could help you find within the last 100 years or so. Um, as for like looking up, there's no like name Demarius related to anything within phoenixes, and you don't find any correlation with phoenixes and time necessarily. Really, the only thing kind of time flavored with them is their like never-ending cycle of life. Though Phoenix can actually be killed, it requires a great amount of effort.
So the rumored sightings, where were they per se?
Yeah, let's see how accurate of a book they have. Um, over the last 100 or so years, there have only been 2 sightings of phoenixes. One was in the continent to the northeast. And it was around a set of islands that like had broken apart after a large volcanic eruption. The eruption happened, some 800 years ago. But the phoenix was sighted flying around in the plumes of smoke that still kind of cover the volcanic ruins. And the second one was sighted on this continent near an area called the Fallcrest Bluffs. And it's some ways to the north. It's actually fairly close to where you are now. So it's the area around where the Melgas mines are located.
Okay. And I assume the first one, of course, is the one over here.
I'm sorry?
The broken like island thing with the volcano and stuff would be these ones here.
No. It's like on a different continent. It's way, way far away.
Oh, because sorry, I thought you said northeast, so I assumed it was.
Yeah, a continent to the northeast of the continent you're on.
Oh, okay.
And then there are some islands to the very north of that.
Hmm. Okay. So I guess after that, then this old guy. I assume he's been quite helpful.
Yeah, he's like, he's super intense. He like is very excited that someone wants to like delve into a research subject, and that he actually like knows where all the books are on phoenixes. Like he's being very helpful.
Oh dear, this guy needs to get a life at one point.
He's like 80.
He had a life, and now
Yeah.
this is pleasure for
This is his
him.
new life,
You
yeah.
like made this old guy's day.
Okay, so after what I assume is probably the point of everything I'm probably gonna learn, I'll just walk to him. Hey, you ever heard any rumors about cults appearing as of late?
Oh, of course, my dear, all the time. Always looking to usurp the rightful gods, these foul creatures. I'm sorry,
Um,
not a cultist, are you?
No.
But you're rather well armed for a library.
No. I was just interested. Had there been like any, around here as of late?
Oh, well, cults exist wherever organized religion exists, and it looks like Jimmy's about to shoot up.
I'm just like, sorry, I'm just like messing with this headband I have, and didn't even realize what it looked like on stream. Sorry, I'm just like,
No. I
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should take your habit off stream.
Don't get the
but no,
channel
he-
banned, man. Don't get the channel
awkward,
banned.
awkward.
Yeah. So I think he looks at you and says, "Well, my dear, there are cults all over the place looking to undermine great organized religions like our faith of Palor. I don't know much about such things, but I'm sure if you ask the priests in the temple here, they would be more than willing to tell you about such rabble rousers. Are you looking to root them out with that rather scary-looking scythe you have?"
I could see myself doing it. I am an adventurer after all, but
Ah, well, I'm sure the jobs would pay well.
I just have there been like have they done anything of note recently, like attacks a place?
He shrugs and shakes his head and says, "My dear, I spend most of my time in the library, researching subjects of old, not concerning myself with the current day. Not going to see the results of all that much of that, you know."
Fair enough. I just figured a man of your knowledge and wisdom might have known a thing or two.
My dear, you are so sweet. You have made my day. I like I said, but perhaps the priests could tell you more.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, but I never got your name, sir.
Oh, my name
Jafar.
is Ted.
Gandalf.
His name is Gandalf. Please better be Gandalf.
His
No,
name is-
Ted.
It's
Okay.
Ted.
It's Ted.
Ted Bundy.
The Ted Radio Hour.
I used to go
Oh.
by Theodore, but it's such a damned long name, and, well, I like my books. And when people ask for my help, they just need to ask, "Hey, Ted."
Well,
I'm putting him in as Ted,
Well,
old man with books.
Most grateful for all your help today.
Of course, my dear. Please come back if there are any subjects I can help you on in the future. Yeah, and I think we see you, like, getting up and packing up whatever notes you've made or he's helped you made. And as we look, like, pan away, we see a young girl running down the staircase that goes by the library. And she arrives, like, huffing and puffing at the front desk by Durian.
It's like
Hold
mid
on,
conversation. I'm like, oh, so you're saying the Eastern market had the greater spice trade in the past 30 years, but
Yeah, you see this this woman's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Your message is here," and she
Oh,
like pulls it up.
fantastic! Thank you.
Oh, thank God. The Stavrofor will see you immediately, sir. Please, you may follow this young woman back up the stairs right away. Double time. And
good.
the girl is like puffing and just like,
I turn and like I take 2 steps and turn back and I say, another question, but it can wait till I get back. Yes, very good.
of course. Next up.
Yeah. And I chuckle to myself a little as
That
I walk
poor-
upstairs.
That poor runner. I'm pretty sure that gets to the point of child abuse, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, so this young girl helps lead you up the stairs. She's like going slowly, walking with the railing the whole way, and she's like, the Stavrofor will see you, sir.
Child, what is your name?
Oh, fuck you.
Well, fuck you. Relax. Take a moment to breathe. I am eager to go, but I am enjoying these tapestries too. Perhaps we can wait a couple seconds. All right, carry on. Fuck you.
Yeah, so she leads you up to the Stavrofor's office. You've been here before.
Yep.
Cool.
Knock, bow, and enter.
Yeah, and
Knock, enter,
and
bow.
the
That'd be the order. I don't bow it.
yeah, and you see behind the desk Miriam, who you've met before. She's an older woman, probably 65, 70, something like that. Dark brown skin, long dark hair that's kind of pulled back into a ponytail. She gestures you to a comfortable chair. Sir Durian, how can I help you?
I walk to the chair, but I remain standing, and I say, Stavrofor Miriam, don't mean to intrude again so soon after our last meeting. I know there are plenty of things underway, but obviously after our news, I had expected sending soon, even the morning after I gave it. When does my party get to meet with the Archimandrite, or the Great Shima, perhaps, or something?
Yeah, she kind of frowns and says, I've forwarded your information on. We have several people looking into things, and I was hoping you would hear from someone by now. I don't know about exactly who would want to meet you, but there will surely be those who wish to hear a first-hand account.
I know that you take this, and Ariadne takes this threat extremely seriously. Perhaps
We
even
do.
more seriously than need be. For example, perhaps I look around a moment and I say, perhaps something that is buried beneath the earth prefers to stay buried of its own
Yes.
volition.
Well, that is, of course, the best-case scenario. We don't plan for those.
I would imagine not, and that's why I'm surprised to be met with bureaucracy and not a posse being founded. I'll put it this
you
way.
want to form a posse to fight a dragon.
I don't, but I'm stuck with the fact that in a moment of high-headedness, I volunteered to. So I'm trying to see this resolved without a lot of paperwork.
She, like, holds her hand up and says, Sir Durian, I appreciate your volunteering and your candor. I don't think we'll necessarily be calling on your services, if that's your concern. But while you're here, we certainly do wish to get any knowledge that you may have.
And why not? Why not call on my concerns?
Calling on your services. I heard you swearing and attempting to kick down the tower on your way down the stairs. It sounded like, perhaps in a fit of pique, you volunteered yourself rashly.
Durian's going zoom in the background. No, he's. I say, no. I mean exactly what I said. I may kick myself when I go to bed at night, but if I say it, I mean it. I know better than
Oh.
almost anybody else, and the only two or three who know better than I do, I helped slay a dragon with in Palatinus.
Well, we do have a.
I just don't want to be stuck behind a desk clerk while this is getting sorted out. I want to be in on the discussion early and often.
You will be. As I said, I was hoping the discussion would start before now, but she shrugs and says, I am not the highest tier of all the priests.
And that's why I'm here, inquiring as to how one gets an audience to the next layer up, with no disrespect meant. But these are my concerns, and I have first-hand evidence, and I have heard nothing yet.
Yes, well, I agree with you. I will see if I can escalate things more quickly. I know you're in town for the next few days. I am still brewing your friend's potion, and you said you weren't planning on leaving. Is that the case? Or do you have some urgent business?
No, no, thank you. If you'll
Of course.
you'll elevate my claim. Well, that's thank you. It's not often that my words come across.
You must understand, Sir Durian, that the priesthood oversees matters in the entire nation. What you have brought us is important, but I don't have the authority to move heavens and earth.
Just the heavens.
She smiles and says, I'm sure I will be speaking to you tomorrow at the latest.
The rabid dog inn. That's where we're staying.
I have it down here. Thank you.
I have plenty of thoughts on the refugee crisis too, by the way. If you
She smiles and says, we have our best humanitarians on it. You strike me as more of a warrior.
really, I would see myself as more of a, at the end of a hard day, the one who buys you a beer but extracts two afterwards. But regardless,
She smiles and says, I'm getting a bit old for all that.
wouldn't be you, it'd be for the. Never mind. I've come up from Palatinus. I've traveled amongst the refugees for hundreds of miles now. I have interacted with them. I've been attacked by some.
Sir Durian, I will be sure that your voice is heard.
Thank you, Stalker, for it. I appreciate your time.
Of course. And she, gestures towards the door.
Yeah, I bow and leave. Cast a quick spell on her on my way out. No, I know. Little lesser gayest.
She turns into a frog.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you meet Nina on the way down. You see a pile of notes in her hands. Maybe Nina, you're maybe reading through something, taking the stairs a little slowly. But yeah,
I mean, she's trying to read through something. She's taking the stairs very slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see the giant scythe on her back. People are giving her a wide berth.
Nina? Nina.
Oh, Durian, what's up?
What are you doing?
Not much. Yourself?
Those look like research notes, Nina.
And if it was?
What deal did you sign that gave you the ability to... No, the scroll is too old and practiced. You had an aid. But I applaud this.
I growl at him, just funny, just
Don't
growl.
It's a good thing. So there's always a lore master who can help you more than you can help yourself. I mean, I rely on them all the time. But regardless, what are you doing here?
Just spending some time off. What are
You're
you doing,
wandering
Neil?
up. You're wandering up the stairs towards the higher priesthood, the Stavroforge chambers. Do you have a meeting? You just wandering?
But, I mean, I'm more familiar with Paylor than most, in a way.
So you would know this is the administrative office's end of this tower, and that you are.
And the library and research division, yes.
Well, shall we go, or do you have more business? I wouldn't mind accompanying my walk back. Would love to hear about what you're researching.
Actually, I do have one more thing now that I think about it. I guess I should probably start at the help desk. Maybe they can point me in the right direction.
Oh, good. I know the woman well. I'll show her to you.
Oh, you do?
Yes, come on down.
I feel
Oh,
so sorry
God.
for this woman, but technically it makes the most logical sense. Since Nina has no
Yeah.
idea.
So I think you approach the front desk, and
I
like,
don't wait online. I come down from the stairs from the back behind her, and I say, "A moment, clerk."
oh, sir, you're not supposed to be back here. Oh, what can I help you with?
Yes,
Quickly, you're not supposed to be behind the desk.
pardon me, but I've just been to see Starver for Miriam, and I have important information I've taken from that. But before then, Nina, you had a question.
Yes.
Miss?
I heard that rumors of cults in the area.
Colt?
I was wondering, who I might speak to about inquiring more about that.
Colts.
Cults. I'm not sure what you. And she like hesitates for a second and says, well, I'm sure several of the priests. What are you looking for? I don't understand.
Well, you know, I'm an adventurer and all. I figured I might look into it as perhaps a side job.
Nina, we're not looking for any side work. We've got our business cut out for us right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than just lounging about for a couple of days.
I'm sorry. Could the two of you have this conversation
A moment.
outside the back of the help desk?
Clerk, a moment, please, because this is
Yes,
an
yes,
important
yes,
matter. Nina, so I don't know, Travis. I think we just fall into conversation. I don't think anything happens. From
No, I mean, when she says that, I sort of make my way around the opposite
Okay.
side.
Okay. Yeah, and you two converse for a while. Cabe and Buck, it's kind of mid-afternoon at this point. You see Phil Varel finishing off like a small jar of pickles by herself.
Hey, Travis,
what?
can we break soon too?
Oh yeah. I think we'll pick up with the two of you then right away.
Is that okay, guys?
Yeah,
Okay, break
sure,
now?
no problem.
Cool.
Alright, guys, we're going to take a quick break. Please stay tuned. We see how we continue our show. Thanks for watching.